If you don't mind just starting again and telling me a little bit about Maxwell.
Okay, so Maxwell's 8 months old. He was born on the 3rd of February this year, and basically he was a stillborn baby, and there's no signs that anything was going to be wrong with Maxwell at all. Naomi went into the hospital 2 days before she was actually due to have a booked-in C-section. The doctors weren't happy with the movements or the heartbeat and things like that, so she got emergency C-section. It probably took about 5 minutes for her to go through the C-section, and like I say, when they got Maxwell out, he was stillborn. There were probably around 15 to 20 nurses that came into the theatre to give Maxwell CPR. The doctor there was also giving him shots of adrenaline. They were doing that for about 35 minutes, and it was realistically, they were very close to stopping. Everybody was kind of looking at each other, almost shaking their heads. And then all of a sudden, they felt a very, very, very faint heartbeat, and they rushed Maxwell into the special care unit up at Nobles, where they hooked him up onto the monitors and things like that. They quickly got him stable, so obviously they can start doing everything they needed to do with him. And they did say to us that because of the ordeal that he's been through, if it worked out that they need to do CPR again, they wouldn't do that because of everything that he's already been through. So luckily he lasted overnight, even though they predicted that he wouldn't. And then every day was just a case of, is he going to survive for the next couple of hours? And he's kind of proved everybody wrong the whole way through.
And how is he now? What are you raising funds for at the moment?
So we've recently come back from Mexico, which we kind of self-funded. It's very expensive. We've also got a hyperbaric chamber we've put into the house. So the costs are massive that we're facing. And if we could get any kind of help at all by going back to Mexico, having some help from the public would be fantastic.
And you were in Mexico so Maxwell could get stem cell therapy, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. So we went to Mexico on the 25th of September, and he's had the procedure. It was over 4 or 5 days, the procedure, and then he had to spend a bit of time in Mexico just to make sure his body could cope with what had just happened. And after coming home, it's probably been about 15 days or so we're seeing improvements. He's making noises that he's never made, and most people think that, especially with hypoxic babies, that they're not going to talk. So the fact that he's making some noises is it's remarkable, really.